right, it's Tap In with TT, and we are back with another episode with my special guest in the studio. We're going to go one by one and allow y'all to introduce yourselves.
Love it. Devon Franklin, producer of Ruth and Boaz.
Hey, I'm Tyler Lepley. I play Boaz.
Hello, I'm Serayah, and I play Ruth.
Hey.
First of all, I love you guys each individually. You're one of my favorites from Harlem. I used to watch you in Harlem.
Appreciate
Great
that.
job in that. I hated you and then I loved you all at once.
Oh yeah, I've heard that a few times. I take it as a compliment though. Thank you.
Right, but that means you're doing really good with your character when people can have an opinion about it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like you get into like your real acting bag when folks like can't separate the character from the actual person. I take that as a good thing. Most actors and actresses that I speak to, they don't like it. They be like, oh, I wish people could like not see me and say, hey. But I'm like, that means you did like a really, really good job.
Yes, it's a lot of fun to just go on to the set and play around, and for us to do what we do in a professional, efficient way, you got to be able to have those boundaries, So what's on set is, it's just make believe. It's a lot of play, and we leave work at work and go home, and I'm just Tyler.
Yeah, I know. And who are you at home? What's your life like?
I'm a father. I'm a son. I'm an only child, and
you are. My son's the only child too. Oh my gosh! So do you have like play friends growing up?
Here and there. A couple imaginary ones, a couple real ones.
My son too, growing up as an only child, he likes his space. Like even now, he just turned 15 last Monday. When he has his friends over, he's like, they gotta go home. They can't spend the night.
Sarayah is an only child as well.
I didn't know that.
And I can really resonate with that. Yeah. Like I would have this bright idea to have like girlfriends over, and then I'd be like, Mom. And she's like, don't, you asked them to come over here. Don't tell me to make them go home.
He had his
just say like, I gotta do something.
What?
She's like, you are a strange child. You are a strange child.
Oh my God, Serayah is so crazy because the other day he had his teammates over the house, right? And he texts me. He's like, Mom, can you tell them that I have somewhere to be? I'm like, no, it's a sleepover. So at like 1 o'clock in the morning, these kids are calling an Uber going home.
No.
Yes, and
so
I'm
he
like,
canceled the party.
Yes, and I'm like, what are y'all doing? They're like, oh no, we're just gonna go home. I'm like, at 1 in the morning, but
it's time to wrap it up.
It's crazy.
Need my space back.
Yeah, he's like, I just like sleeping in my own bed. I don't want people in my space. I guess that's the only child thing. Once they get used to once y'all get used to having like your only space and stuff. I grew up with eight brothers.
So right.
Yeah, so it's like space. What is that?
That's kind of like Devon. Devon, you come from a big family as well.
Yeah. I'm middle child of 3 boys. So
wow.
we all lived in the same room. So
yeah, so
you're like, I don't know what space is.
I don't know what space is. This is the first time I'm actually living in a house right now in my like life. So,
Amen.
I love it.
So are you and your brothers tight, Devon?
Oh yeah. It's my younger brother's birthday today.
Oh, happy early birthday. Well, happy birthday, I should say, not early birthday. So are you going to celebrate? Are you going to do something?
He's in California, so, I'm out working. But I hit him up this morning, and he's enjoying his day.
A lot of fighting growing up, tussling.
Always. My mother had her hands full. 3 boys. Man, we gave her a lot of grace.
Yeah. Yeah. I can imagine boys having that brotherhood. It does make you tough, My son, he plays basketball. He always says that to me. Mom, I'm not tough enough because I didn't grow up in the trenches in order to have brothers. I'm like, where do you get that from?
I didn't grow up in the trenches.
In the trenches is crazy.
So funny.
Kids are funny.
He's identified his own.
Oh man, I love it.
And I'm like, kids are hilarious. Like,
that's so
oh my
good.
gosh. And you have do you don't have kids? You have one kid?
I have 3 children.
3.
Yes.
Wow.
Leo, Jade, and Zai. We got 3, 4, and 7.
Wow,
about to be 5 and 8. Yeah.
You just did back-to-back doorsteps.
Yeah, I think I'm out of here, man. 3 strikes and I'm gone.
Wow, you're done.
I don't know. Never say never. I'm cool right now, though.
Yeah. And
I just had one.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
By the way, I love
you.
seeing the evolution of your relationship. I've known Joey for a very long time, from the music scene. And so to see, I was just talking to him in the hallway, to see his growth as a father, as a husband, it's amazing to me because I remember him like in the do-rag, Brooklyn, like coming through the trenches, coming to the radio station, getting his music played, to see him like in this whole grown-up space. It makes me really proud.
Oh, yeah.
So I love that. And they say behind every every good man is a good woman that's pushing him.
Yes.
So I can see that for him.
Yes, well, I appreciate it.
So congratulations. How's mommyhood been for you?
It's been great, honestly. I love it. I have a boy as well, and I actually wanted a boy, so I was really happy about that. But it's been so cool so far. I'm only 4 months in.
Yeah.
Well, I had like 10 months of carrying him.
Yeah, for sure.
Or 9 months of carrying him. But yeah, I'm only 4 months in, and it's great. Like every day there's something new, right? Like your child, you just see their evolution every day. Like him just noticing the smallest things.
Yeah.
It's a really cool thing to witness.
So how have you, all of you, balanced, acting and this new this new movie you guys have coming out on Netflix? Like, how's that been, getting into your acting? Because those sets are really long, and being a new mom and balancing that.
Well, so I found out I was pregnant actually filming this movie. So I didn't have any kids
We had
walking
no
into
idea.
it.
How long ago did y'all shoot this?
We started it was September, October last year.
So it's like,
We
okay.
finished up around November.
Yeah,
or
literally
something.
like about a year ago.
So,
Wow.
We were in production. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's cool. Like, I feel like I'm learning that balance now. You have way more experience balancing
She's
than
trying to see
I
how she's trying to do me. You got way more experience. You got way more kids.
Well, and your kids are a bit older, right?
I feel you. For sure, yeah.
So it's like, I'm just stepping into this. This press run was my first time
away
figuring
from the
it out.
baby.
Yeah.
Was it tough? That separation?
Very, very. I'm
Yeah.
like, how's he doing? They're like, girl, he's
fine. Yeah. Who watches him while you are
right
is it
now?
mommy?
It's Gigi, so it's Joey's grandmother.
Yeah.
Is watching.
Because I know that's tough. Because I remember I took off about 6 months when I had my son, and I remember when a DJ would mix, I would breastfeed. I go get the pumps, and I would go in my office and pump. So it was really hard that first year, and then I will forget, like, I don't know if you're breastfeeding, I forget the bag on a plane if I had to like travel with the breast milk, and I'm like, no, I need that bag, and I would have like little panic attacks and
literally
like,
sweating everything.
Yes, the postpartum thing is real.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
And there's something too, like, I just forget everything.
Yes.
I don't know what that is, but like going to Atlanta, I forgot the formula. I'm like,
I'm telling
That's
you.
a little mommy brain. You know?
It's mommy brain. It's
so
a
mommy
real
brain.
thing.
You're like panicking, forgetting, sweating.
And then you get so
What's happening?
flustered, and you're like, no. And they're like, oh, it's okay, you can pump more milk. I'm like, no, that took me like 2 hours to like get those little bit of drops.
Right.
No, I can't get more milk. I need that back off that plane.
right now.
Stop the plane. Give me the rest of
No,
it.
literally.
But no, I think it gets better, I would say, when a kid is like maybe around 3 or 4, because they become a little bit more independent.
Yeah.
Then.
True. Very true.
Autonomous,
Right.
yeah,
So
sure.
let's talk about the movie. Like, what was it like the characters and like getting into this mode?
Well, I would say that, it's an adaptation of the Book of Ruth in the Bible. And so it pretty much follows the exact story, but with this 2025 version spin to it, right? Like the characters are all very current. We even have like music elements. Obviously, we have, I don't know if you know, but the Babyface.
The Babyface.
He's not
The
only
Babyface.
in-
His new
not
name.
Did an
only
original song, yeah.
He's
Yes,
in the movie.
original. Yeah, he's in it, but he also has, wrote the original song for it, Faithful. That's actually out right now on all platforms.
Hey.
But yeah, so this story is not just a love story. It's also like it opens you up to community. It opens you up to kind of leaning on people that are around you, and also love, of course. So, but it's cool because the characters weren't looking for love when they found it. Each character, Ruth and Boaz, were just kind of like doing their own thing.
Yeah.
And then fate just kind of like brought them together. So I think that's a cool theme of the story to me.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, Devon, what was it casting like? Because you worked with Tyler Perry on this film, correct?
Yeah, we produced it together.
Yeah. So, but he this is his thing. This is his niche. I feel like a lot of his films have like that gospel, that element that resonates with. He knows his core audience, and he's able to really like tap into that. So, what was it like? when you wanted to cast and you knew like, okay, these two fit perfectly in these roles?
Yeah, it was just our casting director. Her name is Leah Daniels Butler, and she's amazing. Has been a casting icon for.
Leah casted me for Empire.
Oh, she did.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I mean, and so many actors have that testimony that she just helped discover them.
Yeah.
And so in working with Leah, we really wanted to just I'm all about process. Let's create a process. So part of that process was reading as many people as we could.
Did y'all know each other? Did y'all
Serayah
see?
and I worked together before.
Right. Okay. So I was gonna say, did y'all see each other, work with each other in passing?
Yes. We had worked together, and I had seen. I didn't know Tyler super well, but I had seen him over the years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when he was on Harlem, when I would go to New York, so there were times we would run into each other, but this was the first time we worked together.
Nice.
And so I saw probably over 100 different people for Ruth, 100 different people for Boaz, and as I was going through the process of Ruth, I realized that Serayah hadn't come into audition yet, and so her team kept saying, "Oh, she's coming," and I'm like, okay, what's up now? So, I hit
Serayah,
her.
what was the holdup, Serayah? Serayah,
She didn't want to do another music project because I did a show with her for BET Plus called Kingdom Business, and she was the lead of that, and she had to sing and did all the things. And so I hit her up. I'm like, yo, no, please, I know you don't want to do it. I said, but I promise you, this is gonna be different.
You was giving him the stiff arms, right?
You know what? It's like
You was busy.
Well, yeah, I was working, but also it was kind of like, dang, man. I like what he said. It's just like, man, I wanna be seen differently.
Yeah.
I wanna, but this, like he said, it is different. It's not only focused on the music.
Yeah.
It's so much other things going on in the story to focus on. So I can give him that. He was like, no, trust me, it's going to be different.
But I respect that from you. I was watching an interview with Matthew McConaughey, and he said that studio offered him like a crazy, like $100 million, some crazy $1 million number that could have changed his life, and he turned it down because he wanted to not be pigeonholed to that character.
Rom-com,
yeah, exactly. And it actually made Hollywood say, oh, this guy is serious about not wanting to be pigeonholed. So I respect actors that stick to their no, I mean, because it is scary, right? Especially now. With how the business is going and not a lot of funding for these movies. Hollywood is a mess since COVID. So it's a scary place to be. Yeah, it's very scarce, especially for people of color, because the films are not as rampant as some of the counterparts. So it is tough.
Yeah,
but I'm glad you got her out. You got her back in it.
I knew it wasn't just about music. I knew that this part was a leading lady part.
Yeah.
And those are few and far between. And I knew, and I felt that she could do it. And so when she came into audition, of course, it was like, yo, there's Ruth. And then we had identified a couple other actors who were going to play Boaz, and we were doing chemistry reads with Serayah to figure out the right chemistry. And then at the 11th hour, Tyler Lepley sends in a self-tape audition, which he had done, with him and his boy. And when that came in, it was like, oh my goodness, there's Boaz. It was like, we've been searching for Boaz.
I mean, it was
with no direction. He just knew the character. And so then we did a chemistry read with he and Serayah, and it was just magic.
Wow.
And it was via Zoom.
And it was virtual.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So if it could translate that way, it was like, oh, we got
and
something.
I can say, doing with some of the other guys, even though they were good, I was like, a little awkward.
Yeah.
And then so when I got to read with him, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
You felt it.
Which was also funny too, because we were just coming off of another set. So while we were auditioning, I had sent that in from New Orleans, which is where we were shooting the other movie.
Yeah. Right.
And then as I was walking into the chemistry read, I had seen her on the way out of the hotel, all right, I'll see you on Zoom.
Literally.
So it was just,
So it was that natural.
Unique. Yeah.
But where does that gift come from you, Tyler, to be able to step into those different characters?
I mean, I feel like our gifts really are from God. I really do feel like that. You know what I'm saying? We all have our own natural gift. And then I think from there, it's on us to do the work.
Yeah.
Like they say, faith without work is
dead.
It's dead.
It's dead.
Right.
Yeah,
So I think where my work comes from is trying to understand the character like I understand myself. I know myself like the back of my hand. I mean, we all do. You know what I mean? We all come from somewhere. We have a backstory. We know where we're coming from and where we're going to after this.
Yeah.
So I kind of just try to just break down my character. You just start simple. I always go with like, what is the yin and the yang? We're all the dark. We're the light and the dark. We
That's right.
I feel like we should always be choosing the light, but as humans, we really have both of those sides.
Yeah.
So for Boaz, I've chatted about this throughout the press run. I feel like he has this, he's got this juxtaposition of like being a bit rigid in terms of, putting his family on the map and making sure we need to do what we do to win the best in show. Mm-hmm. He's very determined to win that. You got to be rigid enough to see that through.
Yeah.
And then he also has this open side, or this this certain fluidity where he's he can just serve and be open to where God is steering him.
Yeah.
So I felt like that was, that's the foundation where I started from. And I feel like once I get that, it's, that's the truth that we have to, that I have to find first.
Yeah.
So we kind of,
Would you say that this character is probably one of your most hardest character to step into, or was it kind of easy to get into that character?
No, they all have they all have their own difficulties, and they all have things that are a little bit more natural.
I would say challenging. I guess that's the word.
For sure. Yeah. No, they all have their own challenge, and I think that was another reason why I dove into this role, because it presented a challenge that I've never, I've never had the opportunity to tackle yet.
Yeah.
I've never been in a, the greatest love story of our generation. You know what I'm saying? That's what I really feel like.
Yeah, wow.
We're supported by the Bible. We're supported by Netflix, Devon Franklin, Tyler Perry. So we have, we have this great story that we're just, man. I really feel like we were blessed to be, the ones that get to tackle such a beautiful challenge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Story. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And did you guys shoot this in Atlanta at Tyler Perry Studios?
No, we didn't shoot at the studio, but we shot in Atlanta and around Atlanta.
Yeah.
So the movie, a good portion of the movie takes place on a vineyard.
Yeah.
Which is about an hour north of Atlanta. You remember say something?
I was gonna say the coolest part when we seen it again the other night was we actually went to Nashville.
Yeah, we
for those
did.
outside exterior shots.
It was quick.
So that was really cool because we were really in the midst of everybody walking.
Yes.
What is it called?
Like Music Row
or whatever. Yeah. So that was a really cool.
It was.
Did y'all get
time,
to
but it was
taste some
cool to
good
see
wine?
it on screen too.
Well, the vineyard we shot at, there definitely was wine, but we had a lot of movie to shoot, so we were like, let's not drink right now.
I know you found out you was pregnant, so that was a no for you. You ain't take over a little wine.
They had a little grape juice on the set.
The Bible, God drink some wine.
But he could, they didn't have to get the lines done, so wine and lines, they don't quite go.
Yeah. Tyler, I wanted to ask you, what do you like? I feel like you have like a comedic side to you and your character, especially when you played in Harlem, where you can punchline some parts. I'm like, it's a natural thing for you. Is that like, were you always like kind of like that? Is that kind of like your personality?
No, I'm not a funny guy. No.
So dumb.
Where does that come from? Though? It's
not
so
funny
good,
at all.
though.
I don't know. I think there's a saying in the business, dying is easy. Comedy is hard.
It's very hard.
Right.
That's why I thought maybe it was a natural, like you were a natural funny guy.
But so after I probably, I've been doing this for like 15 years. After a while, I started to understand a lot of comedy is about the timing.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like, delivering a line that's funny, it's so interesting because I find some of my funniest moments in real life are like when I'm going through something serious. You know what I mean? Like that's the juxtaposition that I'm always looking for.
Yeah.
Or same idea, like when everything is like really funny, it's like like when are we gonna feel the foundation of it? It's like, so I'm always looking for the king and the beggar and the king.
Yeah.
So, but to get back to your point, I'm not funny.
Wow.
But I do know the timing.
So what are you expecting? Like what are your hopes for this film? What do you want people to get out of?
Yeah, I want people to get out of it first just a good movie experience. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's nothing worse than when you watch a movie and it's like, okay, yeah, that had a message, but it wasn't good.
Yeah.
So I want them to enjoy the movie. I know this movie is really good. I've had the pleasure of screening this film all across the country before it has opened, and the response has been phenomenal. And so people, I want them to take a good entertaining experience away. And then there were so many different takeaways for people. You know, there was a young lady in the audience when we screened it in Dallas, and she talked about how Felicia Rashad's character in the film goes through loss and grief. And she talked about how she had lost her husband. And how seeing her grieve really helped her. It was part of her healing process. And then there's also, you know, something that really happens in the movie that's really bad related to a fire. And she just said, wow, how powerful that something so beautiful comes out of the fire. And so I want people to take away what they need from the film. And the movie really does showcase love.
And she's a GOAT.
Felicia's amazing. She's amazing.
How did you even know like
just sent her the script,
and she
just
was
sent her
with
the
it?
script, and she was like, "Yo," she was in. I mean, you know, she read the script, and she was like, "Great," you know, we did her deal, and she was phenomenal. I mean, just an incredible presence, aura, so encouraging, so life giving. I mean, every day on set, she just brought with her the spirit of God, and her performance is pitch perfect.
And I feel like she comes across that way in all of her films. Like she has this presence or this aura with her that's like so dynamic that it really. You can really feel it through the screen.
Absolutely, and she, I mean, and she works. I mean, you know, she had just come off of she had just come to us from the Gilded Age. And then, you know, we had her on the ground and in the dirt and getting hit in the movie. You know, and she was like, "Whatever you want me to do, I'll do it." You know, and so that was so cool.
Dope.
Yeah. She was really just an ambassador of love and goodness that all of us really felt her presence and so appreciated.
I love that. Why Netflix instead of doing it through, you know, someplace else?
Well, Netflix is the #1 streamer in the world. It has over 300 million subscriptions, and it's in about over 190 countries. And so, you know, I'm used to making movies that go theatrically. And so when you're making a movie theatrically, it's not just domestically, but it's also internationally. So you know you're going to be hitting the world in some way. And so for me to do a streaming movie, I want to know that we're having the same kind of impact. So there was no better place than to do it at Netflix. And, you know, Tyler Perry and I, you know, formed a partnership. So we have a 3-picture deal with Netflix for movies like this. And so this is the first one. So it really just felt like creatively Netflix was the right partner. And then business-wise, they were the right partner. I mean, this movie is being treated like a major film in a way that if it was at another studio, it may not get the same kind of treatment. So Netflix is great. They believed in us. They believe in, you know, our talent. I mean, I can share them, you know, the head of the studios, you know, emailing them to just say how, you know, how much he's, you know, support of the film and in support of us. And that's just a rare experience.
And you want that. So you want whoever is investing in you to believe in
that's
it. Right? And not just like throwing something at the wall and hoping it will stick, right? Because a lot of people get into it just saying, okay, well, you know, he's a big name. Tyler's a big name. Let me see what I can do here. But when they really believe in the product, that's a great partnership.
Yeah, it is. And it's like, to me, you know, going back to what you said earlier, you know, our movies are not being made at the same pace that there was before. I mean, when you go back to generations before, you know, Love Jones and Love and Basketball and The Best Man and The Wood and
they were
Two Can Play That Game. I mean, you know, and I'm just naming a few.
Absolutely.
And right now we don't have that. And it's so important for movies like this to have opportunities to treat them, you know, as big as they really are in terms of what they mean in the culture.
But think about it. Like, I think the last big one, Spike Lee and Denzel Washington, that movie. But you used to be able to pump a lot of those out quite frequently that have New Jack City. Think about all the classics we had growing up.
We don't have that no more.
No, we don't have that no more. Those staple movies that it's like
original stories.
Yes. And what was the other? God, what was the movie that came out that was similar to Love Jones, but it was I think it was before COVID. That movie slipped my mind, but it was a love story. Goodness gracious. The Photograph. Yes, The Photograph. That's it. But you used to have like those movies where you can just off the brain, like, oh my God. Like, so I'm glad that you guys are getting back to creating that.
Absolutely.
That experience.
And it's important. I mean, you know, when you see the talent that Serayah and Tyler Lepley have. They deserve a movie like this. To be able to show the world like what they can do. And so I feel like, you know, me and Tyler Perry feel responsible and an accountability to like create opportunities that can showcase the rising stars. Because so often it's like our movies don't get made, and then a lot of times you don't get a chance to give opportunity.
Yeah.
And for this, when you see what they do in this film, it's just genius and brilliant.
Think about all those classic roles, right? Think about what Love Jones did for Nia Long.
Yeah.
Think about what New Jack City did for all the characters.
Ice-T and Mario Van Peebles.
Yeah, all the people that were able.
Wesley Snipes
Chris to be
Rock.
Able to get all of those great roles from. Those movies were able to catapult those actors to a new level because the culture got behind them.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
That's my favorite.
If you guys had to like pick someone on your bucket list that you haven't worked with and you're like, I gotta work with this person one day, who would that be? I want each one of y'all to answer that question.
I would say Eddie Murphy.
Oh, yeah.
I just love Eddie Murphy.
That'd be good. Can you imagine you and Eddie Murphy going back and forth? That would be good.
That would be so good.
That would be great.
And he's just like, also like, when I seen Mr. Church, I was like, have y'all seen Mr. Church?
Yeah, he's great.
I was like, that was my first time seeing him more like, I guess, in the drama, in the drama genre. And I was like, I would really love to do something with him because I was so waiting in that movie, although I knew that it was a more dramatic role for him. I was waiting for him to get funny, and he like never did. And I was like, oh dang, like he's really good. He's really good. I would love to do something unassuming with Eddie Murphy. He's genius to me.
And I feel like he's coming out more and more now. Like I feel like he went on a hiatus, and he did Saturday Night Live, and then he started pumping out more movies. So that could happen.
That could happen. I like that.
I can see that happening.
Absolutely.
What about you, Tyler?
I think for me, I'll probably say, okay, I have a tie. I'll say either Viola Davis.
Oh, that's
nice.
And Taraji P. Henson for sure.
Yeah.
I think there's a certain rawness that comes through, like in the vulnerability they always display. You know, so I think of the most recent one was it Straw?
Yeah. Straw, yeah.
Yes. So when I see her in that primal state, it's like, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I would love to dive into that space with her, and then, you know, you see Viola and everything, you know. But what's coming to me is like when you see her in Fences.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She's going toe to toe with Denzel like that. You know what I'm saying? The tears are just exploding out of her eyes.
Yeah.
Like even outside of the aesthetic, you just you feel those women.
Yeah.
You know, and I just love those. I don't know. I love something about that raw primal space, and they really bring it every time. I would love to get in the mix with them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I wanted to throw my drink at the TV during Straw. I was like, girl, let the people out, girl. Right.
Yeah.
That was a really good one. What about you?
Yeah.
You worked with so many. I mean,
yeah.
geez,
I mean,
who haven't you worked with?
Well, there's a few. I haven't done anything with Denzel. I would love that. That would be amazing.
Awesome.
And The Rock. You know,
Rock.
It would be cool to
that would
do
be
something
Yeah.
with
love
him,
The
with
Rock.
them.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, both of them are obviously legends in their own right. But and to do something kind of, you know, that's spiritual and uplifting, like I think it would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
those are the two.
What's your favorite genre to dabble into? Like what?
You know, I love, honestly, you know, drama. You know, I love movies that can make you feel. You know, I mean, growing up, one of my favorite movies was Rocky and The Color Purple.
Me too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was
All
just
6 of them.
You
man,
like all the Rocky,
right.
all the Rocky
Rocky
ones?
shooting and all the Creeds. I mean, that's like 9 movies at this point.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, you know, I love drama. You
What
know
about
I
James
mean?
Bond? Do you guys like any other James Bond?
They
no?
all right.
Nah?
They cool.
You know what I mean? They got to come into the, you know, to our time. I'm hoping the new one is a little more contemporary. No disrespect to all James Bonds. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Love y'all.
What about what's the series that Denzel plays in that oh God, it's killing me right now. It's the action ones that he playing.
Equalizers.
Equalizers.
Yeah,
those are good too.
Those are
Like,
good. Those are
yeah.
really, really
Love
good.
he always
action.
brings like something different to each role. Even in the new movie he did with Spike Lee, with playing the
I saw that.
the label guy.
Yeah,
I'm just
label
like,
exec. Yeah.
it's like he goes from like this extreme to this extreme is like his depth is just insane
Man,
as an actor.
Yeah. No, I mean, and that's what makes him one of the greats, right?
Yeah.
He can do it all and has done it all.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look him up, you realize how many movies
It's
Denzel
insane.
Washington has done.
I wonder if you have to be a little cuckoo racha to like get into like to come in and out of these characters. I was talking to
I agree with you.
Yeah, I was talking to Joseph. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but plays in the Power series. And me and him talk about acting all the time. The white boy that plays in all of the Powers, and he's like, yo, sometimes I have to get a little crazy in my head. He's like, and sometimes I can't be around people because like I have to get, and people think I'm weird because I have to get so deep into that character, and I kind of like turn the world off and become this guy. And so I can imagine that it's for a lot of actors who have to come in and out of those roles. I feel like you got to be a little bit crazy to get into that character. I
think all actors have to be crazy.
I
think we're all a little cuckoo racha.
Yeah.
I love that word, by the way.
Cuckoo racha, right? You have to be a little. You have to turn it on a little bit, just a little cuckoo racha.
Yeah.
So listen, tell everybody when the film is going to hit Netflix.
It hits Netflix Friday, September 26th. It'll be on Netflix all around the world.
So let's make it number one. Y'all know
Yes.
when you go on Netflix and you see the top movies, let's make sure we trend this movie number one for Netflix, okay?
Yeah.
Let's do it. We can do it. The culture can do it. Thank you guys so much for stopping through today. I
course.
really do appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
This was amazing, and I'm looking forward to watching the movie.
Can't wait for you to see it.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. All right, everybody. It's Tap In with TT. Thank you for tuning in.